The first 11 years of the MCU are done. The Infinity Saga was great, but the future of the MCU has never been more exciting. How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and the future of the MCU is just right around the corner. And although we are going to miss many things about the first 11 years, Iron Man and Captain America, of course, fans have never been more excited about the MCU. Especially with all of these new characters coming and Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios himself, mentioning mutants and the Fantastic Four at San Diego Comic-Con. And I know with all the rumors and the leaks that are going on right now, it could be hard to keep track of what movies are expected to be coming in the future, so today we're going to talk about everyone that has been reported to be coming in Phase 4, Phase 5, and future phases as well. Quick reminder, I'm giving away an Xbox One or a PS4 winner's choice, so be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below with your favorite superhero or villain so you can enter my giveaway for a chance to win. So credit to Reddit user PomoGemma_SWNN for putting this list together. And with this list will also be the sources of where the reports have come from, all of which on this list have come from sources that have been right about things in the past. So all pretty reliable sources. But let's start off with the ones that are for sure, the ones that are confirmed and have been mentioned by Marvel themselves. And the ones we have on those lists right now are Black Panther 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Captain Marvel 2, Blade, Fantastic Four, and X-Men. Now, of course, Kevin Feige has already announced Black Panther 2, and given the massive success that Black Panther number 1 had, we knew it was coming. Of course, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been confirmed as well, and we know James Gunn is returning to direct the movie, and reports say that he even has his script finalized. But unfortunately, he has to finish Suicide Squad first for DC, and that comes out in 2021, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is expected no earlier than 2022. And then of course we know that Captain Marvel 2 is coming, we are just unsure when. Then of course we have Blade, which was announced at San Diego Comic-Con, followed by the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Blade was announced with the logo, and before San Diego Comic-Con ended, Kevin Feige said we didn't even have a chance to talk about the mutants and the Fantastic Four, confirming that they are in fact in development, even if it is in very early development. And since then, Kevin Feige has stated a few times that they are indeed working on these films. So these are the movies coming in Phase 5 that have been confirmed by Marvel themselves. Now let's talk about movies coming in Phase 5 or beyond that have been confirmed by other sources. This list includes Ant-Man 3, Deadpool, Homewrecker, Spider-Man 4, Nova, Silver Surfer, and the new Avengers. Ant-Man 3 was recently confirmed by Charles Murphy, who has a very good track record with leaks. Many people have been worried about Ant-Man 3, many fans love these films, but were unsure whether or not they were going to continue with the Ant-Man franchise, or if they were going to put Ant-Man in a Disney Plus series instead of doing movies. And as far as Deadpool goes, many people have reported that Deadpool 3 is soon to be on its way to the MCU. Ryan Reynolds himself has teased this and has even posted a photo to Instagram with him inside of Marvel Studios. And not to mention the writers for Deadpool 3 have mentioned that it is in fact going to take place inside of the MCU. So we knew this one was coming, but Spider-Man 4 has been reported by Deadline.com. Now Deadline is a very reliable source, and they say that a fourth Spider-Man film is going to be coming to the MCU. Which makes a ton of sense because recently, as we all know, Disney and Sony made a deal for Spider-Man to stay in the MCU. And considering how big of a deal it was, it probably wasn't a deal for only one movie. So a Spider-Man 4 coming to the MCU makes perfect sense. Then we have Nova, who has been reported to be coming by Daniel RPK and Mikey Sutton. Also, not to mention, Nova has been talked about by Kevin Feige before and said that he is a priority character to introduce into the MCU. Which makes sense because we know that he was supposed to be introduced in the first Guardians movie, and we know that he was supposed to make an appearance in Avengers Infinity War, but never did. Then we have a Silver Surfer movie, and this has been reported by Geeks Worldwide. Now, of course, this is something that everybody would absolutely love to happen. And of course, Kevin Feige has stated that the Fantastic Four are coming, so of course that means the Silver Surfer can't be too far behind. And Geeks Worldwide is a pretty reliable source. And if you also take into consideration the fact that Galactus is probably coming and is going to be the next big bad of the future of the MCU, it makes sense that the Silver Surfer would come. Galactus has been reported to be one of the next big bad villains of the MCU by many different sources at this point in time. It's been reported that there's going to be two villains of the MCU, a ground villain, which will be the main villain on Earth, and a cosmic villain, which will take place in the cosmos, of course. And of course, that big bad cosmic villain is going to be the one and only Galactus, the devourer of worlds. And again, this has been reported by multiple sources, including Mikey Sutton and MCU Cosmic. But going back, we know that if Galactus is coming, Silver Surfer is not going to be far behind. And it's a great opportunity for Marvel to get the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer, and Galactus right. Many fans were very disappointed with the Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer that Fox put out. And not to mention, many fans were really disappointed in the very last Fantastic Four movie that came out as well, so this is a great opportunity to redeem the Fantastic Four inside of the MCU. And then we have the new Avengers, which of course we knew was going to be coming at one point in time. Marvel is not going to stop doing Avengers films. Now, will they be the same? No, of course not. We're not going to have Iron Man and we're not going to have Captain America. It will never be the same as the original lineup. However, that does not mean that it's not going to be fantastic, especially with the Fantastic Four coming to the MCU, the X-Men coming into the MCU, and not to mention all of the other new characters that we're getting, plus some of the old characters that have been building up for a while now. So the new Avengers, although is not going to be the same, and we're not going to have the same nostalgic feeling that we've had for the original Avengers, is still going to be awesome nonetheless. And the new Avengers are supposedly going to be led by Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, and Black Panther. And this is widely believed to be the big movie of 2024. So although it's going to be some time until we get a new Avengers movie, it is going to happen. And then we have the Disney Plus shows that are said to be in development right now for Phase 5 and beyond as well. And these shows include Doctor Doom, reported by MCU Cosmic, Miss America, reported by Geeks Worldwide, Valkyries by Mikey Sutton, Weapon X by Dalter007, War Machine that was reported on 4chan not too long ago, and Lady Sif, which was reported on 4chan as well. Now, the cool thing with Disney Plus is that Kevin Feige has already stated that it's going to directly connect to the MCU. Everything that happens in the Disney Plus shows will take place in the MCU. So now Marvel has a new precedence with the MCU. They don't have to announce and reveal and introduce characters directly into movies anymore. Instead, they can take their time and build them up and give you their backstory through Disney Plus. This is something that Marvel loves to do, and they do it better than anybody else. They slowly introduce characters and they slowly build them up over time. And Disney Plus is a new, great way to do this. And Disney Plus can be used for new characters and old characters. For example, it has been reported by MCU Cosmic that we could get a Doctor Doom Disney Plus show. Doctor Doom is a huge villain, one of the greatest Marvel villains of all time. And if you think about how Thanos was built up, he was built up over years and years. But when it came down to learning about his backstory, we only learned a little bit about it in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. And if you're planning on introducing an insanely big villain like Doctor Doom, it would make sense for you to build him up as well. But with Disney Plus, we now have the opportunity to give him his own story before he becomes this insanely large villain. We can learn all about his backstory and what led him to becoming the villain Doctor Doom. While at the same time, we have characters like War Machine that have been around before, but are loved enough to get their own stories for Disney Plus. And of course, remember, these Disney Plus series tie directly to the MCU. Kevin Feige has stated that the events that happen will influence the movies that happen in the MCU as well. So really what's happening with Disney Plus is that the Marvel Universe is vastly expanding. And then we have 3 more possible movies or Disney Plus shows that have been reported as well. We have Power Pack, reported by Charles Murphy and MCU Cosmic, Young Avengers by various different sources, and The Dark Avengers by Charles Murphy. Now, the Power Pack and the Young Avengers are certainly going to be great additions to the MCU, especially for the younger viewers, and the MCU has definitely been setting up the Young Avengers, especially in Avengers Endgame. But Avengers Endgame did also lay the groundwork for the Dark Avengers to come, especially if Sony and Disney, during the Spider-Man deal, worked out a deal for Norman Osborn to come into the MCU, which according to reports was actually supposed to come in Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, obviously we never saw him, but the old Avengers Tower is in fact being turned into something new, and it has been reported that that is in fact Oscorp Tower. Now, if this was in fact supposed to be in Spider-Man Far From Home, we do not know the reason that it was taken out. It could have been taken out because Disney did not know which way the Sony-Disney deal was going to go with the future of Spider-Man. And if you can't introduce Norman Osborn due to a deal falling through with Spider-Man, why introduce him at all? But of course, this is just speculation for right now. But if Norman Osborn enters the MCU, there is a really good chance that we could see the Dark Avengers. So these are all the movies and Disney Plus shows that are reported to be in development for Phase 5 and beyond. Be sure to let me know what you think about these, and be sure to let me know which one you're looking forward to seeing the most out of all of these. There really is a lot to look forward to with this list. There's the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, the Young Avengers, and the New Avengers. So we have a really exciting future to look forward to in the MCU. So leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything relating to the MCU, and so you can enter my giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox One or a PS4. I'll also be starting giveaways on Twitter and Instagram soon, so you can follow me on there as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.